Hello, the person listening to this story. Thank you for being here in a moment that seems ordinary, but may open a very special door just for you. I don't know what led you to this video. Maybe a passing curiosity or a strange feeling that you can't even name yet. But I believe nothing is random, because if you're here, then maybe your heart is ready to hear something deeper, more real, and more timely than ever. Today, I invite you on a gentle journey, but one that can reach the deepest level within you. A journey that is not directed outward, but inward. We will not talk about something far away that is majestic or mystical, but about yourself, and a gate that is silently opening right in this seemingly ordinary life. If you're ready, please sit with me for a moment. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and allow yourself to truly listen with all your heart. Because this story might be the reminder you've been waiting for a long time. Have you ever felt something is moving inside you, even though everything around you remains the same? Maybe you can't see it with your eyes, but you feel it. A strange feeling, as if the universe is trying to whisper something very important, just for you. If you're hearing these words, this is not an accident. Today, I will tell you about something that is silently happening. An energy gate is opening, not for the majority, not for those who just pass by, but for those who really listen, really feel. People call it that gate 9 to 9, and the story you are about to hear may be the reminder your soul has been waiting for. Today, perhaps for many people, is just a normal day like any other day. But there are things going on that not everyone feels. Do you ever feel like something is changing, but you can't name it? A vague feeling in your heart? A slight vibration in your chest? As if the universe is whispering something very important to you? If you're hearing these words, perhaps it's not a coincidence. There is an energy gate that is silently opening. People call it gate 9 to 9. But the special thing is, there are no fireworks, no media, no echoes to signal to the world that it has opened. Everything happened in silence. And it is that stillness that is the strongest sign. You know, important things don't always appear loudly. Some of the greatest moments in life begin with silence. Like when you first realized you had changed. No one sees it clearly, no one claps, but deep inside, you know something is different. Gate 9 is the same. It's not for the masses. It is not a trend that everyone can easily recognize. It is a hidden energy event, reserved for those who are sensitive enough and awake enough to feel it. And if you're still listening, maybe you're one of them. Maybe you don't know why you happened to click on this video, or why that headline made your heart beat a bit faster. But trust me, nothing is by chance. Your energy has called to the right frequency. You didn't find this video. This video found you. The number 9, in many cultures, is a symbol of completion, the end of cycles and preparation for a new journey. When it appears double, as in this gate 9 to 9, it is more than just a sign. It is an invitation to step through an old door into a space where you can shed the things that no longer serve you and begin a whole new chapter of life. But not everyone is ready, because to walk through that door, you need courage. Courage to look at yourself, to face what has hurt you, to let go of what you know is time to let go, even though it may leave you feeling empty for a moment. Most people don't realize that. They are caught up in the whirlwind of work, deadlines, news, social networks. Everything is noisy and rushed. No one stops to listen to what their heart is saying. And that's why they don't feel the gate opening. And you are different. If you've been feeling like something has changed lately, in your energy, in your emotions, in the way you see the world, then congratulations. You are starting to awaken. That was the first sign. You may feel a little more sensitive than usual, emotional, or even have old sadnesses suddenly come back for no reason. Don't be afraid. That is how the 9 to 9 portal energy touches you. It doesn't come to ruin anything. It comes to reveal what has not been healed, to give you a chance to renew your soul. And while you're asking yourself, am I on the right path? I want you to remember this. The mere fact that you're asking that question proves that you're on the journey. Only those who begin to awaken will begin to doubt the old and yearn for the new. There are no detailed maps for this journey, but there is one guideline that you can always trust: the fluttering feeling in your heart. If there is something in the words I am sharing that makes you want to stop, take a deeper breath, listen more closely, don't ignore it. It's a reminder from the universe itself. So, in this moment, when the energy portal is open, you don't need to do anything big. Just stop for a moment, turn inside, and ask yourself, am I being true to myself? Sometimes, just one right question can open up a whole journey of healing. The gate is open, but it's not noisy. It only invites those who are sophisticated enough to listen. And if you're here, you're ready. Ready to enter a new phase of yourself. No need to be perfect, just be sincere. You don't need anyone to guide you, because it's all already inside you. The only question is, do you dare to step through? If you want, I can continue implementing the next part now. Are you ready? Although the gate was open, what made it special was the main thing: numbers 9 to 9. Many people will probably ignore it, considering it just a coincidence. But for those who truly listen with their hearts, they will understand that numbers are not just a way for humans to measure time. They are the code of the universe, a mirror reflecting the movements deep inside each soul. The number 9 has always carried a very unique type of energy. It is the last number in the series from 1 to 9, and as such, it represents ending, completion, and maturity. But it is not a dry or lost ending. It is a conscious transformation. When you reach the end of a cycle, you have the opportunity to look back at everything that has passed, learn necessary lessons, and most importantly, you can let go to prepare for the next thing. When the number 9 appears twice, as it did today, it's not just a repetition. It is one pair of mirrors, mirror each other. On one side is the past, what you once experienced, believed in, loved, but are no longer relevant. The other side is the future, the untapped possibilities, the potentials you once neglected because of fear or because you weren't brave enough. Standing between those two mirrors is you, the current version, struggling between keeping or letting go, between the familiar and the unknown. And what makes this moment so powerful is because you can't stand between two mirrors forever. You're forced to choose. The universe doesn't force it. It just gives an invitation. But when that invitation comes from the 9 to 9 gate, you will feel a strong urge, as if you don't take action. Right now, something precious will pass before your eyes. I know, you're probably wondering, so, what should I do with these numbers? Are they really relevant to me? The answer is yes. If you feel something in your heart awaken when you hear about them, what you feel is what matters. There's no need to understand everything. As long as you feel your heart vibrating, that's the signal. Imagine your recent past. Have you felt like there are things inside that are begging to be looked back? It could be that old feelings suddenly return. Maybe you're tired of what you thought was stable, or you start to feel impatient with yourself because you keep repeating the same cycle with no way out. That is the effect of the number 9 energy. It is pushing you to end something that is past its expiration date, not with anger or hard finality, but with understanding. When you truly see something old having completed its role in your journey, you will gently say goodbye. I once knew a woman who was always stuck with a job that she no longer enjoyed. Every day is a series of fatigue, but she does not dare to leave because she is used to a stable salary and a regular rhythm of life. Until one day, when everything inside her was about to explode, she saw the two numbers 99 repeating for many days, on bills, on watches, even in her dreams. That's when she started asking, what inside me needs to end? And then she left. Not immediately, but she started to change little by little, learn something new, rewrite old dreams, and most importantly, she let go of her fear. The energy of 9 to 9 is like that. It doesn't come to push you out of your familiar life. It just gently puts its hand on your shoulder and asks, "Is it time?" Sometimes it's us who hold on to things that have died long ago, just because we're afraid of the feeling of emptiness if we let go. But just imagine, if you dared to put down a heavy old piece of luggage, how light would your step be? If you dared to end a cycle that no longer serves your growth, how much space will you have to plant new seeds? And that's exactly what the 9x9 mirror wants you to see. It not only reflects what you have been through, it also reveals what you can become if you are brave enough to change. But change doesn't come from big decisions. It starts with small choices every moment. Choose silence when you want to argue. Choose to speak the truth when your heart speaks. Choose to rest when your body calls for help. Choose to let go when your mind has stopped holding on. And you don't have to have a perfect plan. You just need to start with an honest question. Am I still the right version of myself for the life I'm living? If the answer is no, then look at this pair of 9x9 mirrors as an opportunity. Not to change everything in one day, but to start, consciously, with the consent of the soul. The universe always responds to the frequency you emit. When you dare to be honest, dare to choose, dare to act, the next door will open. Not because you forced it open, but because you have become someone willing to walk through it. And that is the true power of the number 99. It's not a number you just see on the calendar. It is a signal from within you, reminding you that it is time. It's time to clear your mind. It's time to end the old things. And it's time to start living truly, fully, and stop avoiding yourself. If you feel that echoing in your heart, then believe me, you are facing one of the most important moments of your life. So, what do you do with the mirror that reflects your soul? Do you want me to continue writing part 3 right now? And when you stand before that mirror of your soul, recognizing the subtle but profound movement of the number 9 to 9, what follows is a very practical question. So, what do I do about this? What do I need to pay attention to? Because feeling is a part, recognition is part. But live with that awareness is a very different journey. And here, there are 5 important things you need to remember as spiritual anchors, helping you become more steadfast amidst the strongly swirling energy of the 9 to 9 gate. First thing, that is, letting go is not a loss, but an act of love towards yourself. We are often afraid of letting go, a job, a relationship, a habit, because we are attached to it by memories, by familiarity, by the fear of not knowing what will come next. But it is because we hold on to things that are no longer relevant that we are delayed from our right path. Try to imagine yourself carrying a heavy backpack filled with things you no longer use, old dreams, limiting beliefs, words someone said that hurt you, but you still keep as souvenirs. And you keep wearing that backpack every day, tired, burdened, while the journey ahead needs you to be lighter, more flexible. Letting go isn't about giving up something precious. It's about making a choice. No longer let the past control your present. Second thing you need to remember, Gate 9 to 9 doesn't do anything for you if you're not willing to choose. This is not an automatic phenomenon. It's not like waiting for something magical to fall from the sky. The energy of the gate is a strong wind. but it is you who must open the sail in order to go. The reality is, many people wake up every day and want their lives to change, but they continue with old habits, old thoughts, familiar choices, and then they are disappointed when everything stays the same. You see, change doesn't start with circumstances. It starts with a small decision within you. If tomorrow morning you wake up and choose to speak honestly to someone you've been avoiding, or choose to spend 15 minutes sitting quietly, or write down what you truly desire, then you are proactively stepping through the gate. Every conscious action, no matter how small, is recognized by the universe. The third thing is a gentle but important reminder. Don't wait for any more signals. This is already the signal. Perhaps you've thought that you'll change when you're eligible, when you have more money, when someone understands you better, when things are more fine. But actually, waiting is a sweet form of resistance. It makes you feel like you're preparing, but actually, it's delaying your real life. Gate 99 opens not for you to find more reasons to wait. It opens as a reminder, touch, now is the perfect time. No need for further proof. No need for anyone else to confirm. The urge in your heart, the flutter in your chest, that's the sign. A friend of mine once said, "Only when I stopped asking, when is the right time, did I see that the right time is when I dare to act." Maybe you don't see the whole path clearly, but you just need to believe enough to take one small step, and then the next step will gradually emerge. The fourth is an often forgotten truth. To welcome something new, you must make room for it. Gate 99 brings a flow of fresh, renewable energy. But if you're too full of worries, full of burdens, full of old people, full of old things, then you won't be able to take on anything else. Imagine being given a beautiful flower pot, but there's nowhere else in the house to put it. You have to clear a corner, throw away an old item, create free space. Then the newly bloomed flower can stay. This making room can start very simply. An unsent farewell message, a keepsake you've kept for too long, an apology you owe yourself. Don't think you need to clean up it all in one day. Just a small corner refreshed. You have invited new energy in. And finally, the fifth thing, and the most important thing, deep change starts from within, but must be acted upon to become real. Intention alone is not enough. Emotions alone are not enough. You must let that intention touch the palm of your hand and become an action, a word, a choice every day. One time saying no to something drains you. Really say thank you once. Take some time to write down what you really want. Each small action is your nod to the universe, that you are ready to step through the 99 gate, no more backing down. This portal does not promise an instant miracle. It doesn't transform you overnight, but it opens a flow. And if you have the courage to step into it, you will gradually find yourself changing, not because someone taught you to, but because of you selected, become a truer, clearer, freer version of yourself. So do you remember? Letting go is love. Change requires active choice. You don't need to wait any longer. If you want something new, you must be willing to give up the old. And only when you take action will you truly step through this gate. Now I ask you a simple question. Are you ready to do something small today to start a big journey? Great. So let's move on to part 4, where the energy of Gate 9 is no longer a reminder, but becomes a living experience. This is your time. Begin to feel the transformation happening within you, and most importantly, learn how to continue walking in the midst of the unfolding journey. When you start to let go, choose to take action, and dare to step out of your comfort zone. One thing will definitely happen: change. But this change is not always pleasant. It doesn't always come with applause or sparkling lights. Instead, it could be mild confusion, a temporary void, or even a feeling of disorientation. And that's completely normal, because anyone who has truly transformed has gone through such a phase. The phase between no longer old and not quite new. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon. It is no longer a caterpillar, but it cannot fly yet. It can only believe in the process that nature has arranged. You too. Once you start saying no to things that are no longer relevant, you will find your life starts to feel emptier, quieter, and sometimes a little scary. Because you are used to the chaos, used to being busy, used to filling yourself with things that don't really make you happy. But that's it, chance of rebirth. Gate 9 to 9 is not just the end. It is the create the necessary space for you to become a new version. A version that doesn't need to strain to please anyone, doesn't need to play any role anymore, just needs to be true to yourself. Let me tell you a little story. There was a man who lived for 15 years with a job he did not love. Every day he wakes up early, sits in the traffic jam, goes to the office, completes his responsibilities, and then returns feeling exhausted. But he thought it was normal. He thought, who wouldn't be so tired after work? Then one day, he accidentally read a simple question. Are you alive, or are you waiting for your leave? That question left him dumbfounded, and from that moment, he began to change, not by quitting his job tomorrow, but every morning, he sat down for 5 minutes and asked himself, what makes me feel truly alive today? That's all. But that's what changed his energy. And when the energy changes, everything around begins to rotate. That's the way Gate 9 to 9 operates. There's no need for you to turn your life upside down in one day. As long as you agree to align yourself with the truth in your heart, the flow of the universe will begin to accompany you. But you must remember one thing. This process is not a straight path. There will be a day when you feel full of light and want to share your new faith with the whole world. But there are also days when you feel like you're falling behind, doubting yourself, and even wanting to go back to your old self, just because of the familiar feeling. At times like these, don't blame yourself. Don't think you failed. Don't think you're not awakened enough. Instead, close your eyes, place your hand on your chest, and ask softly, what in me needs to be heard? Because all the resistance, all the confusion, all the inner struggles are actually just the unloved parts inside you, longing to be seen by you, to be embraced by you, and to be healed by you. And it is in those moments, the moments you choose stay with yourself, not running away, is when you are truly stepping through the gate to the fullest. Many people still think awakening is a bright light, but really, that's just it, the light you begin to carry when you dare to walk through your own darkness. Gate 9 to 9 is your opportunity to do just that, not with perfection, but with honesty. No need to pretend to be fine. No need to brace yourself strongly. Just every day you choose to live a little closer to your true self. That's enough. And gradually, you will realize that everything around you will begin to change along with you. Those who are no longer suitable will leave gently. New opportunities will come at the right time. And most of all, you will feel lighter. Not because life is easier, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. So, if you have made it this far, if you have felt the gate, have let go, have chosen to take action, and are slowly stepping into change, then know that you are in deeper support than you think. The universe never leaves you alone. Even if you can't see it, there is always a stream of light guiding you. Just believe. Just keep walking. And even if you just take slow, small steps, as long as you don't turn your back on that path, you're on the right track. The gate of 9 to 9 does not close for a moment. It only slowly closes for those who stop listening. But for you, the one who still listens, the one who still feels, it's still open. wide, deep, and full of light. You are still here, still listening, still feeling every silent movement in my heart. And that is not small at all, because just the fact that you choose to stop in the midst of a world that always pushes and pulls away to listen to a story like this shows that you are on your own journey of awakening. The 9-9 gate does not promise an easy path, but it opens up a true path where you can live as yourself, no longer having to struggle to become something else. Wherever you are on this journey, please remember, you are not alone. The universe is with you every step of the way. And as long as you continue to choose to live closer to the truth in your heart, you are already on the right track. Thank you for being here. And if this story touches you, don't keep it to yourself. Please share so that light continues to spread. See you at the next door, where the magic is not outside, but inside you.